This is a redneck kind of job.
This season on Highway Thru Hell.
Help! Whoa, wait, whoa.
Oh my God. Everybody get away.
Out of the way, out of the way!
Oh, that's not good. Wow. Holy crap! Carnage.
Coming down.
Biggest fear? Not making it home.
On the Highway Thru Hell. The last line of defense is a heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster. Because closure is not an option.
Welcome to BC.
So we got a mess here.
So they're gonna get pounded tonight.
On BC's Coquihalla Highway, mandatory tire chain-up went into effect an hour ago.
Look at what you're causing down here. Look at that. That's your fault.
Oh my God!
Hey, see the plows? See all three plows. They cannot get through because you are here.
Stop traffic can cost the economy tens of thousands of dollars a minute. Acquiring Towing's Gord Boyd is trying to keep traffic moving.
You get the guys who run that road every single day, you never worry about them. You never see them because they know what to do.
Now get your chains on. Hey, no time for arguing, pal. You're blocking the highway. Get your chains on. Get your chains on.
But not everybody is that experienced. And those are the guys who run into problems.
Yeah, it's not normally this cold this time of year.
You have some of the worst weather conditions to deal with here. Wet snow and ice, and it's brutal, brutal environment. It's going to be a tough, tough winter for these guys.
I got all excited because the Coke was open and damn it.
Keeping the hill clear of spun-out semis is Acquiring Towing's specialty.
It's up to us to get down there and get that bottleneck open.
This guy doesn't have any chains on. I don't know why he tried to come up this hill without chains, but that was kind of foolish.
Conditions getting worse.
It iced over on everybody. Everybody's sliding all over the place there.
As darkness falls, Big Al Acquiring works a stretch of road known as the Smasher.
Oh, we're cooking with some gasoline.
It's fun for about the first 3 hours, and then you realize that you've got 6 more months of it.
As Al backs down the highway's steepest hill to retrieve another truck.
Move that car off the road! You're in a bad spot! You're gonna get hit!
He spots a car smashed into the median, its occupants trapped. On the most dangerous part of the hill.
You got to take responsibility for bystanders, make sure they're well out of the way.
The important thing is you're not right here. Because this is where all the trucks line up and they pile into you right here.
Al knows if they leave the car where it is, it will get hit.
You never know what the situation is going to be. It can be a really tough neighborhood to operate in.
Howie to Coldwater.
At 11:35 p.m.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Great.
With no sign of a break in the weather,
Turning into a gong show here real fast.
Howie Irwin heads up to join the battle.
It's an adventure thing for me.
There's adrenaline junkies, and they get it from sport. I get it from work.
It sounds to me like it's blocked all the way up the hill here.
Oh, I want to get to the off-ramp. There's about 1.5 kilometers back up. So there's probably a good 50 or 60 trucks in the lineup.
For a decade from his base in nearby Hope,
Jamie Davis en route.
That's the big one.
Jamie Davis has been battling wrecks on the Coke. But last season, Jamie's expansion
Like the fist of God came down on it.
forced him to make Howie lead driver in BC.
He was the Golden Gloves champ. He was my hero, working with one truck, one guy, you know.
But this winter, Jamie's champ
I'll be out for half a second. I'm just gonna check on my chains.
has changed teams. He's working out of a city tow yard to be closer to family.
We begged him to come back to work this season, but he wanted to be close to his horses and his farm.
It was hard on my wife, with me being that far away from home all the time. Sad that I left. I didn't want to leave, but other opportunities pop up.
But the first storm of the season is hard to resist. And after a 2-hour drive into the mountains, there's more than enough work for everybody.
We're going up to the next U-turn past it, back down to it, and then start pulling them up the hill. Here we go.
Howie's first stranded trucker of the night has been stuck for half an hour.
Contestant number 1. Don't worry about it, I'll get you out of here. What's your name?
Shannon.
Howie. All right, climb in. Release your brakes, just cover them with your foot. It'll be a one big wheelie right to the level spot at the top, and then I'll let you go. Okay.
There's a long night ahead, but Howie is just happy to be back, even for only a few hours.
I'd rather be where the action is all the time. Yeah, no problem. En route. Yeah, I'll miss it. It's the biggest hill around. It's the Wild Wild West.
"750 miles north of the Coquihalla, snow arrived more than 2 weeks ago.
There's more work in Alberta. You could use 10 trucks or 100 trucks. You know, it's so busy.
Welcome to Siberia, boys.
Just over a year ago, heavy rescue split the fleet, sending half of the trucks to the Alberta oil patch. And Jamie found more work than he could have imagined.
Nice, decent, Jimmy.
Decent.
We're back.
Jamie's gamble paid off so well that this year he expanded south of the oil fields.
Edmonton's 1 million+ people, and it's also the gateway to the north.
He's built a new yard and dispatch center. Jamie's betting big on Alberta.
I think the biggest challenge has been change. We've changed a lot of staff. Some people left on good terms, some people didn't.
After leading the charge into Alberta, Jamie's friend and lead driver Adam Gazzola is no longer part of the family.
I think it finally got to the point where he just either couldn't do it anymore or didn't want to do it. And that drove Adam back to BC to work for a competitor.
You know what? His dream was in Alberta. My dream was in Hope. It's strange to look in your mirror and see that different name on the door. It's definitely a weird feeling.
With Adam gone, last year's rookie Colin
Let's go wreck Jamie's rotator.
has just been told that this season he's running the big show.
With him jumping into the rotator and trying to fill those boots, I need him to step up his game. I need him to be the guy he can be.
It's Monday morning when Colin heads out to his first call of the season.
We're headed to the tractor van trailer that's rolled over in the ditch on Highway 831.
Highway 831 feeds into the main highways to the oil fields.
I'm definitely having to step into the shoes of the senior operator. Yeah, it makes me nervous.
Last season,
Can't hear you through the foot. Your other line to that chain. Thank you.
Colin had Adam to keep him out of trouble.
But guys like him, they're looking for somebody to tell them what to do.
Today, Colin is on his own.
Well, look what we got there, eh?
Oh, let's get it in the position here.
The semi, hauling a load of pipeline parts, lost control, slid sideways. And when the rear wheels caught the ditch, it flipped. For the sake of a quick recovery, Colin wants to flip the truck and trailer at the same time.
If they were attached, it'd be nice, because then I could bring the whole unit up together.
But the odds of a quick cleanup are against him.
This is the fifth wheel plate. This piece here, all of it is normally attached to the tractor unit.
With the tractor and trailer ripped apart, Colin will need to tow each piece separately.
Send McKeither in. Chop, 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 please.
In Edmonton, Jamie dispatches rookie driver Jason with a second record.
Head out and make some money, buddy. Let's go.
Love it, love it.
With backup on the way, Colin races to have the tractor ready for the tow. It should be a routine job, but...
The rotator's a little bit of a tricky piece of equipment. By no means am I an expert at operating the rotator.
Unlike Jamie's other wreckers, the rotator has a revolving boom, making it a crane on wheels. Versatile, but more complicated to operate.
Yeah, we're good. We're good there.
Colin chalks up his first win.
What's going on here?
But he can't go any further without his backup.
They got half the highway shut down.
There he is.
The second wrecker finally arrives.
So, if you want to back up to it...
Oh, my hair's not working.
Why?
It's frozen.
Collins just hit a big delay in his first recovery as lead driver.
Son of a bitch. What happens when guys don't drain their air tanks? All the water and moisture that sits in the tank freezes, causes chaos.
He needs his backup driver to release the wrecked tractor's air brakes and tow it off the highway.
If you don't have air, brakes are locked up. It's a pain in the ass.
Without a way to release the brakes, the wrecker needs to tow from the other end. To hook up and tow from this position requires a complete shutdown of the highway.
Yeah, I was a little pissed off, but whatever, you got to deal with it. I'm gonna get my plan into play and shut it down and do what I have to do and then get it reopened as fast as I can.
Yeah, I can see the flagger up there with the Tundra shut right down.
Okay, when you pull forward, I'm just gonna straighten out the steering wheel a little bit.
Okay.
Once Jason's moved the tractor to a pullout, he and Colin can turn to the trailer.
Jay, can you go grab the sledgehammer from the toolbox? Punk. Oh.
To finish the job before sundown,
Okay, good.
Colin can't afford any more delays.
A year ago, I'd be getting screamed at by Adam. Today, I'm running the mighty rotator, all by my lonesome. With the help of my new trainee. Okay. Okay, that'll be good. Let's go to the back end. Just go put it by the rear drive tires right now, please. What we're gonna do is just the way that it's sitting, draw you a little map. We have the road. We have the trailer unit sitting here on its side. I'm already positioned here to run the 2 big lines to flip it over. We'll put you up in this area here, run your 2 lines down to it to pull it up the mountain. Okay. Okay? We're gonna need that. Oh, yeah, that. This is where things are gonna get a little technical and interesting for us.
Back in BC, Jamie's dispatched his newest hire to a job east of Hope.
I just like to tow. I just like to help out people when they're in trouble.
John has a heavy rescue resume 20 years long, and he's promised he's the guy to keep the BC highways open.
I need John to develop and become a Howie. Hopefully, he can fill those boots.
But unlike Howie, John has spent most of his career in the city. Jamie's business manager, Hendrik, hired John just a week ago.
Good morning, everybody. We've called the first meeting of our new team in Hope. First, we've got John. John, welcome.
Thank you, Hendrik.
John will be the heavy-duty driver, Class 1, and he will be taking the lead on all the major accident scenes.
None of the other guys have worked with John, and I think that he's going to have to work with those guys and gain their trust.
5-0 is going to be assigned to John versus old truck.
I would be privileged to drive versus old truck. I've got some big shoes to fill. You're fine.
Today, John's on Highway 3 with Bruce's legendary Blue 5-0 to rescue a wrecked snowplow from the Skagit River.
This is my first week here. It's a big pride position for myself to prove that I can do the job. Prove to Jamie Davis that he's made the right decision in hiring me.
His number 2 today is Wayne Sahada.
Oh, he's lucky, eh?
Yeah, he rolled it.
Must have been a hell of a ride. He's lucky he didn't land upside down in that water. Hypothermia.
The plow lost control on the icy curve, crossed the eastbound lane, and rolled down into the
It did roll over, so you got to worry about hydraulic fluid. So we'll just keep an eye on it as we're pulling it out and make sure that nothing ruptures. Hopefully it doesn't.
The path that we had to bring it back up, it was full of boulders and jagged rocks and maybe puncture the fuel tanks, which would then leak into the river.
To avoid doing more damage, John needs to reach out and lift the plow vertically.
5-0, it doesn't have an extendable boom. It can't boom out and lift at the same time. So we need a bigger truck to do this.
Last spring, Jamie ordered a brand new 50-ton tandem axle, HR 116.
It's lightweight, it does its job. It's got the brute strength, it's a machine.
It's due to arrive any day, but not soon enough for this job. So 1 hour west of the wreck site, Jamie's brother Jason from Aggressive Towing heads out with his rotator.
I always have this comfort zone in the back of my mind where I can rely on my brother to come and give us a hand.
Last season, Jason stepped in to take on a difficult recovery.
Hold it!
While Jamie was away.
It's the big pull.
Jason's on his way, and with a wreck in the river, there's still a risk of contamination. So John and Wayne decide to drag it a few feet onto the bank.
Hold it. Stop pulling. It's not on top of it. They're not even biting. They're not even touching the ground. See what I mean? The tire's got to be right at the top. I've been through this with this truck, man. Many times.
No, that's good to know.
I'm a bit cocky. I don't want to drive the big truck, but you will learn stuff from me. If you got too much pride to say, God, I've done it and been there, done it, then
I don't
that's
have
fine.
that much pride.
Right?
No.
I know he was hired to be the lead heavy driver, but that doesn't mean I can't do it.
There might be a little bit of alpha male stuff going on. I mean, he's been here longer. I'm the new guy. I've kind of put myself in a higher role than he is.
Is it moving? I'm moving.
Just dragging him back.
$750 miles northeast on Alberta's 831.
We're gonna need that.
Colin is rigging up for a big pull.
Let's do the back end first.
This goes up to that tire.
Colin and his rookie
That goes to there.
have to wrap straps around both ends of the 20,000-pound trailer, loaded with pipeline valves.
Okay, you got that? Get her up on top of the trailer. That's all you gotta do for now. Good. Okay. And now that you're the rookie, up you go, buds. Hey. Okay, right there. Just get that into that gray strap.
Yeah, hooked in.
See, right now what we're doing is we're just testing our lines, looking for any kind of pinch points or anything.
If the strap catches on the sharp edge of the trailer, it could snap.
Get that thing out from under there.
So Colin uses some scrap wood as a buffer.
What line are we on here? Now, this is the one thing I don't like, is that corner.
The trailer is so far off-road, Colin has had to max out his boom.
You have to make sure you have the right guy on that rig.
What do we got, blue and white?
Because the consequences to not having a good guy on that truck can be disastrous.
So this sort of has me a little bit intimidated, but whatever. What could go wrong?
He's reaching way far out. The further you've got that boom out, the more you have a chance of flipping the big wrecker.
Why don't you just kind of go over and watch that back strap in that back corner, eh? Come on! Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
In northern Alberta, Colin has his boom maxed out.
Come on!
He's gambled on an awkward angle to speed up the job.
Oh, look at you. Nice and sweet. Doesn't get any sweeter than that. Okay, get the hooks off. Flip it, flip it, give it a lip. There you go. You see how that all came down? Good boy.
Colin must now get the trailer back on the road.
What we'll get you to do is we'll get you to winch it up, okay? Like you can see how the trailer is. So sort of get your truck in on the same angle.
Jason gets HR-66 into position.
Okay, let's grab some line here. Bit more. Okay, good. Okay, so give me lots of height.
But he needs to lift it high enough so the landing gear doesn't dig into the ground.
Can you get any more height? Lean on that thing.
There's a problem with the hydraulics in Jason's boom.
Come on, Howie made that truck sing. Don't make me call Howie. That's it. Just get disconnected. Winch that up, and then just get it up into the space.
I was gonna get him to pull the front end and I would pull the back end and we'd have it done and he could hook up and away he'd go. But I basically had to pull the front end up myself.
Just kind of pull it ahead enough and just keep in this lane, because when I pull it out, I'm gonna pull out of the way so that you can load it. Okay. I'm gonna pull this out with that. or that out with this.
Colin moves the rotator down the highway.
Good? Stop. You.
Colin quickly runs out of room.
Well, I'm just gonna have to get over.
To finish the pull, he'll need the whole road.
I'm gonna have to.
You definitely want to keep traffic flowing. You don't want to have to shut the highway down at all for any length of time.
No more traffic northbound, please. I need an all stop.
Okay.
On an icy stretch of BC's Highway 3.
Yeah, I'm not pulling that. It's just too big for this truck.
A sanding truck has smashed down into the Skagit River. Like Colin, John's trying to prove himself, but he's struggling.
This is a job either for a rotator or for a heavier truck. I'm hearing there's a new wrecker coming in from the manufacturer. It'll be nice to see a brand new wrecker and see what it looks like.
But for today, instead of a personal victory, John's been waiting for backup.
Jason, you on here?
Yeah.
You can pull in right behind me.
Jamie's youngest brother, Jason, and his rotator.
Snowplow in the ditch, I guess.
The rotator will pull the nose of the snowplow out of the river while John's truck pulls from the side. Then a second line from the rotator will help lift the plow up the slope.
On these particular plow trucks, you can have two plows. There's one underneath and they can attach one to the front. What we did is we hooked the chain up to the front plow pin.
Are we ready?
Just bring it tight.
But the plow truck weighs 26 tons, and the front end has sustained major damage.
Cabs, it's twisted, it's bent. You can't predict that it's actually going to work.
Is that a rock?
That is, yeah.
The vehicle was parallel to the road. I wanted to turn it 90 degrees and take it straight back up.
We got a long way to go.
You want to bring your other line to here?
Now you got two winch lines hooking onto this truck. You're double your lifting capability and your power.
But right now, we're going to stand her up really high and drag her up the bank.
The good news is the truck has spilled its heavy load of sand.
Brakes rolling?
Brakes are off.
Wow.
The bad news, the plow blade was lowered when the truck crashed.
Watch out, Merv.
That belly plow's going to hit the edge.
We know that this particular plow truck was plowing the road when he went in the ditch, so that plow underneath the belly is going to be down.
They need to pull from a higher angle to clear the edge of the highway. For that, they need more room.
I'll get the flagger to stop people. Tell them to hold all traffic for a second. We're going to pull this truck right across the road.
Copy, Case. Hold your traffic.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Reposition the rotator to give us a little bit more lift and more angle. Lift it straight up over the bank.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep going.
They have to hope the damaged sand truck's toe pin still has the strength to withstand the 26-ton pull.
There's no way I would have done that.
He pretty much dangled that truck away from the rocks and up, 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 up.
This is where it's gonna get hard.
On Alberta's 831, trucks are backed up for miles, while Colin McLean wrangles a trailer onto the road.
Jason, you want to lower the landing gear, please? Okay, good. Good. Jay, can you unhook that chain?
He wasn't on the pavement, he was still in the ditch. And the trailer's still pretty heavy hanging over the end of the bank.
With a trailer teetering, he needs to unhook and move to pull the back end.
As soon as I get out of the way, you can send traffic. One last pull.
And home free.
That should be good. Come on, princess.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Back up to this thing and let's get this trailer out of here.
I feel really good. You know, that first winter job, that first rollover, maybe it took an hour longer than I would have liked.
2 feet!
But nobody's getting hurt. And nothing's getting wrecked.
Okay, in. Good, you got tires are rolling.
What I see of Colin, I think he's come a long way. He makes the decisions, he's got a great work ethic, and he gets the job done.
Winter is here in northern Alberta. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and it's gonna get worse from here on out, so.
Back in BC, traffic is backing up in both lanes of Highway 3.
This is where it's gonna get hard.
As Jamie's brother Jason from Aggressive Towing lifts a mangled sand truck. But the truck's belly plow is digging into the edge of the road.
Okay, start tightening up your lines for me.
Tighten up the lines on HR50 to hold the vehicle in place, just in case something were to happen and maybe it were to roll over on us.
It's coming in.
So we're okay?
It ain't gonna go backwards.
Anytime they come out, you're happy.
When the going gets tough, the tough keep pulling.
If we didn't have Aggressive there to back us up, I don't know if we could have got that plow up.
Okay, Johnny, I'm pulling ahead.
We're gonna back up to the front, we're gonna hook it up, and we'll be on our way. Up.
Road's open.
Looks like traffic's moving here. I think so, because I see lots of trucks and cars going by me.
The next morning, just east of Hope, BC.
It's a long day. It's a 10-hour day to drive there.
Jamie is on his way home from his new base in Edmonton, but it's not a happy homecoming.
I'm heading back to Hope for an important mission that I can't miss, and that's to bury an old friend.
After a tough fight, veteran driver Bruce Hardy lost his battle with cancer.
Bruce had been sick for quite some time. It's a really tough day that it's actually come and it's happened.
In the heart of town, towers from all over have gathered for a procession to pay their respects.
Bruce meant the world to me, really. He was just a good old soul.
I miss him every day. But he was a great guy, and I looked up to him.
He was a legend. The last of that era, you know. He was really the spirit of what this industry is really about. These guys will leave their homes at any time any holiday and go do that job. Bruce represented the rough around the edges, tough as nails kind of guy to go out and do that work and help people. Rest in peace, Bruce. Thanks. We gave him the best send-off I think any guy's ever got in this industry. I hope we did that.
What are we looking at on the coke this morning?
A sudden warm front hits BC's coastal mountains.
Need to get home. Got things to do tomorrow.
On the Coquihalla Highway, the snow from last week's storm melts into a thick layer of slack. Drivers struggle through the slippery conditions. And at 9:05 a.m., just north of the summit, the highway claims its first victim.
We took the driver to the hospital just because he's got high blood pressure and he was complaining of some chest pains. Just as a precaution, we want to make sure he's okay.
A pickup truck towing an industrial compressor lost control on the slick hill. It ricocheted off the center post, then tore through the barriers along the side and down the bank.
It's a F350 and a little utility trailer.
With Jamie in town, his new lead driver, John, wants to put on a good show.
Both tires on the truck are done, back tires are shot. Didn't really see the front. It'll be an interesting job. It's a little slick, little icy up top here.
It's a pretty bad corner here. It's a blind corner. Everybody's got their foot into the gas as they're climbing up this hill. You don't know who's gonna do something stupid, like actually hammer the brakes. And then the guy behind him doesn't see, doesn't have time to react. Boom, now we got another collision.
Look at this guy, look out.
It's exactly what happened to Heavy Rescue last year.
Uh-oh. Look out, look out!
On a similar stretch of road. Today, John won't need to call Jamie's brother for help. The newest weapon in Heavy Rescue's arsenal, HR-116, was dispatched an hour ago.
I had to bring 116 here in order to keep care of my claim. It kind of sent a message out that, hey, we're here and we're not going anywhere.
There's the big truck!
The new 50-ton tandem wrecker has a long-reach boom that should help get the job done fast.
Buried in the trees, there's a big rock again. It's up against a big rock here. Just gonna try and find a good spot to, I guess, hook up.
This thing's punched right into the ground. And I can't even get at the front end.
You're not getting through there.
So together we figure, okay, let's pull the trailer out first, and then we can worry about the truck after.
John chains up to the compressor to pull it clear, so he can get at the trailer.
Okay. Whoa, back it off.
Just pulling the pipe out.
Oh, it is hammered on. Hang on, hang on, hang on.
It's attached to the trailer. It's actually bolted to the trailer. Well, now it becomes another problem we have to figure out.
Got a chop saw?
I don't know if we have any gas for it. I haven't checked to see how much gas is in it. Gotta love it. If it's not going by now, there's no gas, John.
Come on.
Well, yeah, it had some gas in it. Enough. Just.
With the components separated, heavy rescue will have to haul the wreck out piece by piece.
There's a couple hooks right here on the corners.
It's adding time to the job.
Move up.
A job John wanted done by now.
You boom out anymore?
I have to prove myself to Jamie. He's the boss.
Cable down.
If you can't prove yourself to him, just move on somewhere else.
I was hoping it would have flipped, but it won't.
With the trailer out, they turn to the heaviest piece.
Now we gotta concentrate on the truck.
Whoa, wait, whoa, 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 don't do that to me. Don't do that, man.
Sorry.
Just a show.
Jamie Davis's new BC lead, John, and driver Phil are racing to finish a recovery on a blind corner.
Oh, we're gonna pull the truck out now. Whoa, wait, whoa, 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 don't do that to me. Don't do that, man.
Sorry.
I had enough tension just to keep me slow.
Sorry, John. I was trying to help you.
We're good. We're hooked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pull. Move all the way up.
All the way up?
Yep. Keep going, keep going. Hold. Slow down. There you go. Straight.
Jamie shows up to see how his new senior driver is handling the job.
I wanted this out before Jamie got here.
I don't know what's taking so long in this job, but I gotta go up there and find out why.
That thing was down there, eh? You needed a big truck.
You know, John, we'll see.
I'd put that chain right around the other side of the bumper like he's got it.
Over time, if he rises to the top or sinks to the bottom.
Hold it. Hold it.
Okay.
Let your white one down, then bring in your blue. Down on your white. Okay, so you can just drive ahead now.
Yep.
The past week has not been easy for heavy rescue. Jamie now has a crew full of newcomers. Everyone knows there are big boots to fill.
With all the expansions and the growth and new people, new teams,
Big mess, eh?
Yeah.
you're bound to have some kind of rough road to travel on.
Well, suck that baby right on the top and chain it.
Really, the biggest challenge for me this whole year is to find the guys that I can put out in these trucks.
If we tilt that deck down, we might be able to suck that right on the back end somehow, eh?
Yeah.
And they can get the job done.
Hey guys, cleared that wreck out of there. Jamie Davis saved the day again.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell, a new highway presents a chance.
The road's closed.
And a challenge.
Overhead power lines are very bad for an operator.
Jamie's newest hire
The wall's taken right out of the side of the trailer.
fights a trailer split in two. And Colin's mistake puts a rookie in charge of a major recovery.